Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is a mid-monthly reading for July 2018. For the reading, I'll be using the Gilded Tarot deck by Sarah Marchetti and the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Linn. Those will be for the career and finance portion of the reading. And for the love and relationships part of our reading, we'll use the Chrysalis Tarot by Holly Sierra and the Whispers of Love Oracle cards, and those are by Angela Hartfield. As I usually remind you at the beginning of these videos, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at the description box below. I've posted all of the ways that you can order a reading from me either by using the INSTANTGO app for quick, sort of yes/no answers. You can also email me or take a look at my site. So do check out that information if you're interested. I also suggest that you watch not just your sun sign video, but also your rising sign and your moon sign. Sometimes, the messages in one will resonate more that particular month than the other, or maybe all three will resonate and will help to provide you with a more complete overview of what's happening during that time period. Another quick reminder, we will have another full moon giveaway at the end of this month, so be looking out for that. I usually post the full moon spread video followed by the full moon giveaway video around the time of the full moon, and this month it's happening on the 27th. It's going to be the full moon in Aquarius, which is the full thunder moon, blood moon. So be watching out for that if you're interested in participating in the giveaway. What you stand to win is a free one-question reading with me. So watch out for that closer to the end of the month. So I will stop for now and see each of the signs in 1 second for the shuffle. Hi Libra, hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your mid-monthly reading. As you can see, I have already shuffled off camera and laid the spread, really just to save a little bit of time. So let's get into it. We'll begin here with the career and finance part of your reading. And you have, as your first card, the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Ace of Pentacles, and the outbound energy for the month, the Two of Wands. And the card from the bottom of the deck, you have Major Arcana number 6, the Lovers. And your Sacred Traveler Oracle card is Grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. And we'll get into that after we go through the main reading here. So, to sort of summarize what I think might be coming up for a lot of you watching the videos over the next couple of weeks, there's definitely choices coming in very strongly, especially with the Major Arcana, the overall energy, the Lover's card. So decisions to be made, choices possibly relating to a new job offer or, a new business opportunity. But these are, significant decisions. And I think that you are going to have to, I think maybe that's where this grounding card comes in to really go deep and figure out what is it that's most important to you. In order to make this decision, if you're weighing up different options, it's going to come down to you going within and kind of exploring, what is it that is going to bring you that, that fulfillment and that you're looking for. And I think that's going to be sort of the basis for your decision. So going through each of the cards here, you have Two Pentacles, One Wands, and then One Major Arcana. So the Two Pentacles card, and we have, the Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. The Suit of Pentacles itself deals with the tangible things here in the material realm, such as, the work that we do, the money that we earn for the work or job that we do. It's material prosperity, material possessions, has to do with our home, family, education, knowledge, time. But it's, it's here in the earthly realm. And the two, as you can see here, the man is actually juggling the two coins, right? The two pentacles here. So, many times when this card shows up, there has been some type of juggling. For some of you, this could have been, financial difficulties and actually needing to juggle your finances. Maybe what you have been earning, it's not enough to kind of make ends meet at the end of the month. So you're having to, be a little creative, not pay, or figuring out which of your bills are the most, which one is most important, pay that one, hold off on paying the others until you get the next paycheck. So it's really about juggling, and juggling your finances. For others, this can have to do with, juggling different things in your life, different areas of your life. Juggling two different jobs. If if you have been trying to have more financial stability, actually working different jobs. But it's about being kind of going with the flow and adapting, and even if they were to throw in another coin there and you're having to juggle, one more thing, one more task, you're able to do it because you adapt, you go with the flow. So, there's a lot of different kind of meanings attached to this Two of Pentacles. But I think for many of you, there has been this juggling different areas of your life, juggling to make ends meet. And then, we have this beautiful Ace of Pentacles coming in. Aces in the tarot are their success cards, their new beginnings, their blessings. This card in this deck, it doesn't show it with the the hand extending out of the clouds, but in the traditional tarot, we see the sort of the universe extending this beautiful gift to you. And with it being pentacles, this is a tangible. This is going to be something that you can actually, you can see and touch, and you'll see if it's manifestation, you'll see tangible results of this in the material realm. So this could be an actual job offer coming in. This could be, it could be, just sort of an unexpected payout, or you receiving money unexpectedly. Whatever it is, it comes in. It's a blessing when it comes in. If this is a new job opportunity for you, it could be one that is going to give you or bring you greater financial stability, so you won't have to juggle so many things or different jobs in order to make ends meet. And then there's a decision, right? As you leave the month heading into August, we have the Two of Wands, and then we have the Lover's card as the overall energy. So the Two of Wands speaks of, like you can see, it's a man. He's at a crossroads, right? Wands, a suit of wands is fire energy. And typically we associate it with like the day-to-day matters in life. So again, the work that we do, but it's also, our own drive and passion and determination and willpower for doing that job. It can also have to do with creativity, creative endeavors. But it's here, you're faced with a choice, right? This could be choice between leaving one job to go to another. This could be a choice between, staying in that maybe a more traditional job and starting out on your own. Maybe there's been some, some type of increase here, or, this, I want to say windfall, but like just money coming in that would enable you to start up your own business, work for yourself. Maybe you're debating, which path would be best for you. Stay in this tried and kind of trusted job that you've been in, or starting up this new creative endeavor for yourself, beginning work for yourself. And then the Lover's card is the overall energy. This is definitely a head or heart decision. Yes, in a more romantic reading, the Lover's card can speak of a soulmate connection with another person, but we're looking here at at career, at finances, and the Lovers, it does speak of a significant, a life-altering decision that you are being asked to make. And this is a decision that is going to affect not just yourself, but, can have sort of ripple effects on those around you. So this could affect your significant other. This could affect your, the rest of your family. This could be maybe the job offer that you're considering. It is taking you off on a different path, maybe to a different location. Maybe there's relocation involved. Maybe this job, this man, he is next to water here. We see a ship in the background, so there could be, traveling across water overseas for this new job, or relocating to somewhere by water, or just needing to relocate for this new opportunity. And we also have the Lovers; they're actually in water as well here, right? So there could be something to do with water, but it is a head or heart decision, going with what your head is telling you, that is your head telling you, no, you need to stay in this more stable job, or you need to, or, going off working on your own, doing what your heart really desires is, that's irrational, as opposed to, no, I'm going to do what my heart is telling me to do. And, it's that kind of conflicting, weighing up both sides of a situation in order to make a very significant decision that's going to end up affecting not just yourself, but other people, right? Those surrounding you. Because the Lover's card, it doesn't show in this particular deck, and most of the decks, they do show two people on them, but earlier tarot decks, they had, there was either, sort of a woman looking at two men, or a man looking at two women. So there was this, choosing between two people, but whatever that choice is, ultimately it's going to affect not just the person choosing, or making that decision, but also the other two people. So there's more people involved here. So, maybe that's why it's such a, a difficult decision for you, because you understand that, whatever you do choose, however you decide to move forward, it's going to affect not just yourself, but, other people, your significant other, your children, your family. So it is about making, weighing up the, the sides, and then making a very balanced choice. Right? It's considering all of the things before committing to a decision. Which I think could, you are here with this Two of Wands, you are weighing up the options, you are considering everything, but it does look like, that for many of you, there could be, a very promising, very, very exciting and stable, this, because Earth energy, it is stable energy. So this is, it's something that could definitely bring you that financial stability that you have been looking for with this Ace of Pentacles. So, I would encourage you to, if you are choosing between two options, really, think about this, whatever the new thing is coming in, really think about it, because I think that it could definitely have staying power, right? There's room for it to grow. There could be growth. You're at the beginning with this Ace. It's the beginning of, something very promising. So, the Ace of Pentacles, sometimes it can be a gift, right? A gift of money coming in, or even, if it's not money, it's a gift of a resource. So it could be, resources can be time, materials, but, there could be a gift of money coming in. This could be somebody, kind of out of nowhere offering you money or giving you money that's going to enable you to, or maybe that's put you in this, not knowing. Maybe before that you didn't have the finances to start up your own business. But again, it's up to you to use this, whatever this gift is, wisely, and be grateful for that, and then, move forward, make the decision and move forward on it. Let's take a look at the Oracle card. I like to read the full meaning for the Oracle cards. Let me find my guidebook. Hold on one second. I seem to have lost it. Here we go. So this is grounding, and this card says, take time to ground yourself in what is truly essential. Remember what's important in life and let go of everything else. Let go of the busyness and the frenetic pace of life. Be present in the moment. Release the flurry of worry about the future or the rehashing of the past. This is a time to engage and reflect. It might be worth taking a second look at something you previously passed over. Things may not always be as they seem. Look deeper into the situations and relationships in your life. Explore your roots. Something that seems closed may, in fact, just be ready to open. If you go beneath the surface, you may find hidden gems of truth, light, or abundance. The sacred traveler wants you to know. Sometimes the voyage is fraught with the activity of so many places to go and things to do that personal energy gets scattered. It's during those times that the sacred traveler needs to ground their energy. Grounding can be simply a matter of leaning against a tree or imagining yourself reaching into the roots and up to the branches. This card can also mean that you need to stand up for yourself. Don't back down. Stand up for those who can't protect themselves. Believe in yourself. Hold firm to what you know to be true. You are like the ancient oak, with its roots deep in the earth. You are noble, valiant, and strong. Interesting. So there could be this going deep, really exploring, thinking about, what is it that's important? What is it that's important for you? Maybe this new opportunity. Now it's the right time for this new opportunity. Maybe like it was talking about rehashing the past and, exploring, things that maybe appeared before, and maybe you kind of dismissed them. Now it's a time to really, give them a second look, and maybe now is the right time. So, yeah, it looks very positive here, I would say. But decisions to be made. So go deep and, really figure out what is it that is most important for you. And then consider, weigh up everything and then make the decision. There's definitely you're being called to choose here, right? Significant decision. But, it looks very promising with the Ace of Pentacles coming in. It does look like, it's a beautiful new opportunity, a blessing coming in. So, just trust in your decision. You're going to make the right one, right? Just go within, right? Go deep is what you're being asked. Okay, let's move on. We are going to the love and relationships part of your reading. So the first card that you have is Major Arcana. You actually have two Major Arcanas and two Cups cards. So you have the Emperor. In this deck, he's called the Green Man. And so when I go through the reading, I'll give you sort of the traditional meaning for the card, and then I'll also talk a little bit about the different meaning attached to the card in this particular deck. So you have the Emperor followed by Major Arcana 14, Temperance. In this deck, it's called the Golden Flower. And the outbound energy for the month for relationships and love, you have the Ace of Mirrors. This is the Ace of Cups. So you have two aces in your spread. I just noticed that. The Ace of Pentacles up here for your career, which, is a card of, of money, finances. And then you have the Ace of Cups here in your relationships, which is all about relationships, feelings, emotions. So that's beautiful. And the Eight of Mirrors is the overall energy for the next couple of weeks. So the Eight of Cups. And the Whispers of Love Oracle card that came out for you is like attracts like. If you are longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. All right, so beginning with the Emperor. The Emperor is kind of, it's the ultimate male figure in the tarot, right? If we think about the kings are usually that, that patriarchal figure, the strong male figure in each of the suits. But they're just kings. They rule over their kingdom. Here we have the Emperor. The Emperor is higher than all of the kings. The Emperor has his empire. He rules over a larger area. So he's kind of the ultimate, patriarch. He takes care of his home, his family. He protects, he protects what is important to him, right? He's also, he can be, somebody in the military, somebody in the police force. So this might be somebody that you're interacting with, possibly in a relationship with. It could be definitely, and he is, he's somebody who, he could be an Aries. He's linked with Aries. So this could be, maybe you're in a relationship with an Aries, or there's this, an Aries individual who's playing a significant role in your life over the next couple of weeks. But in general, he's very much about rule and order, and kind of the need to follow, do things by the book, follow the law. He's very responsible, as this kind of large father figure. He's very much about, taking care of those around him. He's all about structure and, and this is a very different interpretation of the Emperor in this deck. Let me hold him up so you can see him again. And he's called the Green Man in this deck. And yes, he's also, he has to do with structure, but he's also to do with nurturing, okay? And we can see here that there's a butterfly in the corner of the card here, right? And we also have the bird with eggs and a nest. And he is, it is a nurturing energy. And he works sort of together, with Gaia, with Mother Earth. And he is the father figure. He's very fair. He brings about balance and structure as well. And as the Green Man, he also is linked to these kind of unexpected signs, in nature, these signs, synchronicities that we might see, when we're out and about, or in our dreams, and see, with him appearing in your reading, there could be, for some of you, you might have been receiving messages or things coming through in your dreams, or if you're out walking. I think I mentioned this in one of my other readings, but when I was out for my morning run this morning, I always pay attention to, to animals appearing or different things that appear. And like in the recent month, I guess, I've had a turtle come out of nowhere, a rabbit come out of nowhere in front of me. And then today I saw two fuzzy caterpillars. There was a black one and a green one. And then farther down the path, two butterflies. And, obviously that's all about the growth and the metamorphosis and change with butterflies. So it's that type of thing. If you're out walking or just out in the garden, pay attention to, if a dragonfly all of a sudden, pops up or lands on you, or if there's a rainbow that appears out of nowhere, or those types of things. That's very, very much linked here to the Green Man. So, trust in the Green Man. This energy of the Green Man around you, at the beginning of the last 2 weeks of the month, there could be unexpected things coming in the form of these, messages in your dreams, signs, synchronicities, that type of thing. Or again, it could be, an Aries individual that is playing a significant role. Now we have Temperance sitting in the middle, and it's, Temperance is a card of balance. It's a card that it asks us to focus on the different areas of our life, and to kind of see if all of those areas are in balance. Is there some type of imbalance with regards to our home and our work life, or our family and our work life, or are all of the areas of our life in balance? It's also it also appears when there's a need to restore balance, like if we've been, if there's, or what am I trying to say, like moderation, if we've been overindulging, and this can be, in drinking, this can be overeating, this can be, anything in excess can be harmful. So it's about, needing to have moderation, or the need for moderation and balance in our life. And this particular deck it reminds me obviously of the Sun card, because we have this beautiful sunflower sitting in the middle of the card here, but it's called the Golden Flower in this deck. And it's a card of meditation, right? Or the need for meditation and harmony. And we have here, this sunburst kind of mandala sitting in the middle. And so it's suggesting that there might need or you might need to restore balance. So there might be a need for meditation or moderation going on right now. Either in your life, this could be within your relationships, maybe within the relationship. If you are currently, seeing somebody, there could be some type of imbalance, maybe in the form of sort of one person is doing more than the other, you're not both kind of pulling your fair share within the relationship. For others, the temperance card, it can signify that there's a delay, or you're waiting for something to happen. It's kind of a waiting card, right? You have to wait for something to happen, or there's a delay in something happening. If we think of like a project, there might be a delay in the project starting. If this is within the relationship, there might be some type of delay regarding something within the relationship, maybe and obviously this is going to play out differently for everybody watching, but it's asking you to or encouraging you to look at how you can bring different areas of your life into balance. This could be through meditation, this could be through just taking time out, right? Taking time out, being especially next to the green man here. We have, nature with the green man, the golden flower. There could be for some of you the need to get out into nature, right? To spend time outdoors, walk barefoot, even if it's just around the garden, just to feel, allow yourself to feel the earth underneath your feet. So that could be beneficial, and might in some way help you with this balancing or bringing things back into balance. And then we have this beautiful Ace of Mirrors as you end the month heading into August. Aces in the Tarot, much like I was saying up here with the Ace of Pentacles, they are new beginnings. They are blessings. They are new cycles beginning, new opportunities. And it's very positive energy, right? And the Suit of Mirrors or Cups, it's water energy. So it has to do with our emotions, our feelings, our relationships. And this Ace of Mirrors, it's a brand new beginning. This could definitely be a new relationship beginning. Meeting a new person, if you've recently met somebody, beginning, it's those beginning stages when you first start dating, and the getting to know each other. It has to do with, it can be like a brand new love, a new relationship, new love. It can also have to do with expressing your feelings, even a renewal, like a renewal of a current relationship. And, what I'm getting with this Eight of Mirrors is the overall energy for the next couple of weeks. The Eight of Mirrors usually speaks of, as you can see here, it's interesting because usually with the Eight of Cups, the person is shown as, sort of walking away from the cups that no longer serve the person, it really has to do with, feeling emotionally unfulfilled, whatever, was in the cups has spilled out, or, you've tasted, you've drank from all of the cups and no longer, are satisfied by what they are offering you. So it usually speaks of walking away from something, a relationship, a person, you're no longer getting out of that relationship, or you're no longer fulfilled by the relationship. But in this deck, it's depicted by somebody walking in, and kind of coming down this path. So it does have a slightly different meaning. In general, the Eight of Cups, the message is walking away, right? It's turning your back. It's leaving something in the past that no longer serves you. It can have to do with emotional overload even. It can have to do with, giving too much of ourselves, which going back to, you remember when I was talking here with the Temperance card about the give and take and the balance. Sometimes with the Eight of Mirrors, it's when we're giving too much. We're giving, too much of ourselves. The other person is not giving enough. And so there's a need to kind of set boundaries, set emotional limits, set boundaries, because one of you is giving more than the other, so there can be that message with the Eight of Cups or Eight of Mirrors. But in this deck, it's called selfless. It has a different word associated with it, and it's called selfless. And it really is all about you, or you kind of trying to reflect about, or you thinking about how you can be more self, how you can give more of yourself. There's a lot of self-awareness attached to this card as well. So it's more of a kind of a spiritual card in this particular deck. But, I think the main message that's coming through from your love and relationships reading, it's about this need for grounding, this need for balance. And, I think you are feeling as though, you're kind of emotionally, you've given all that you can, and you're giving more than the other person. And there needs to be some type of balance brought into the relationship. And I think this Ace of Mirrors, this could be a renewal. I think that if there's talk, if you sit down, if you kind of explain how you've been feeling, maybe the other person, doesn't realize that things are so out of balance. Maybe the other person doesn't realize that, you've been giving more than he or she has in the relationship. So I think that there could be this renewal, this, this cleansing, this outpouring of new love, of renewed love. But there's definitely a need here for balance and grounding in order to do that. Now let me take a look at your guidance card. Let's see what this card has to say here. This is card number 2. And it says, when we want to create something, the law of attraction states that we need to be in the vibration of what we want to create. Love will come to you easily if you surround yourself with love and easily find things to love about your life. Take a moment to think of the many things you love. With the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups, this can definitely, the Ace of Cups can definitely be, this new love coming in, but it's also a time, it could be a time for spiritual growth, a time for emotional growth. Definitely could be a new relationship, a new partnership coming in, or again, the mending of a relationship, sitting down, talking things over. And this leaving things in the past with this Eight of Cups, it is a card of transition. In the Tarot, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, they're transition cards, moving away from one thing into something else. So, there could be a leaving behind, leaving behind the past in search of, and working together to renew, to, heal the relationship. For others, if you're not currently in a relationship, there could be an Aries person coming in, and there could be a brand new relationship with this person. Again, this need for balance might take a while as well, or some type of delay in things moving forward, or maybe if you meet them, there might be a delay possibly between when you first talk, when you actually go out, or that type of thing. But then and I think with this Eight of Mirrors, if this is a completely new relationship, you might be leaving behind, and there's leaving behind things from the past, and then walking away from these past relationships that didn't serve you anymore, and now there's this new beginning coming in. So, overall, it looks like a good rest of the month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped you. I thank you for joining me today. Look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful rest of the month. Bye for now.